Junior was born 16 weeks early, born with very, very underdeveloped lungs. He was intubated for a very, very long time, almost a year. It helped keep him alive, but it also did a lot of damage to the airway. He developed bronchial pulmonary dysplasia and had a chronic stridor, meaning his airway was so small that when he would breathe, they call it a stridor sound. It was very, very intense.
And that was ultimately related to an injury from intubation. John and I met approximately 4 or 5 months ago. He had a tracheostomy and he was never able to get outside, play around with his siblings or his friends. He had seen several physicians before us who had essentially told him that he was never going to get rid of the tracheostomy. When John presented to me, he had stiffening of his vocal cord and vocal cord joints. The vocal cords did not move over to the side to let air down into the windpipe and lungs. We performed a procedure through his mouth where we released the scar, opened up the joints to give them mobility again. And this is typically a fairly challenging problem because scar tissue tends to reform and tends to stiffen those joints again. In this specific case, we applied a technique that allowed us to free the joints up way more than what we usually do. He was able to regain function of his vocal cords, providing him with an almost normal airway.
He's one of the only doctors that can do it. And we were just totally tickled when we found out that he was able to do it and was willing to do it, and it's been excellent.
Since the surgery, John has been enjoying a normal life. He's been able to talk normal, swallow normal, and breathe normal. He's been able to go swimming again, which he enjoyed doing before he had tracheostomy, and he's been enjoying playing around in the backyard with his siblings and his friends. So we were essentially able to give him back a normal life.
It's nice. We were told that there was a chance he would never walk or talk. And, gives me great pleasure and doctors great pleasure when he can walk up to them and say hi. It's awesome.